Anything you want, you can have it. Do you know what you want? When anything can be asked for, Aquarius, welcome home. When nobody gets you, it's easy to make you the bad guy. When you're smarter than everybody, it's easy for people to hate you. Right? When you can get more done. We're feeling great. We're hanging out. Welcome to your common room. Welcome to Libra season. Welcome, Aquarius. There is a rebirth here, a beautiful one. You are the most complicated, the most difficult to understand, the easiest to make the bad guy, but so flawless. And so good at what you do. We have some real big responsibility type promotional energy coming your way. People want you to grow up and be the boss. Is there some heartache around a fire sign? Around a boss or authority figure, a dad figure? Something that before made you question yourself? But not now. You are ready to walk down this road, and you will walk down it as yourself, as your true self. And you will be a magnet for promotion and money. Yes. Don't mind the monsters. You can mind those monsters though. Let's get rid of those ones. Hey, nobody gets it like you guys get it. All this stuff seems weird to everybody. It's not that weird. The Nine of Pentacles is great. Your value here has gone up. You love yourself more now. I'm not sure what it was. Like something happened with work, or you did something where people are like, you did that. Something happened where you like, in your own mind, you met those really high standards. Ooh. Love. Gemini energy. Yes, we like it. Fluid. Communicate. Mutable air. Talk about it. You hurt about something? Talk about it. Express it. Did a Gemini do something to hurt you? It's coming up strong. Could be. Geminis are vicious to Aquarians. Facts. So, now what? Now healing. I don't know. When you've got the Magician and the Nine of Pentacles and then your own card there at the beginning, it's like, it's time to move on. Don't you think? Isn't it? See, there is something so great about being the misunderstood, you know, on the outskirts of it sign. First of all, because it's your age and we just don't know anything about you that way. We don't know what to think. It is all smoke and snakes and, you know, stuff to us. But it's more than that. They're interesting. They're the most interesting because they're not black and white. And when Aquarians are at their best and most interesting, they're not being fixed black and white. It's when they can see all the gray and they just embrace it all. And then you guys are like, bomb. As soon as you become judgmental, that's the negative side of Slytherin. You know, thinking they're better than. But if you don't do that, it's all just cool, interesting, mysterious, good at all the things. Karma. Things being spoken. Is a Gemini talking about something? Talking about stuff that is somehow very painful for you? Or is it stuff about love? Things are coming out. Things are going to continue to come out for everyone. But it feels like whatever is coming through this Gemini energy, which is just communication. People are communicating. It could be the media. It could be what's going on politically. You know, Aquarians are very aware. But something is coming through with this Gemini energy that's really bothering you. And it's about like, it's something that's being said and you don't feel like you have any control over it. Okay, so in some ways life is just tops. But then emotionally you're like, it's like you're wrestling with a ghost. It's like the way like Slytherin just like has it out for Harry, right? You're wrestling with some greater like grudge-based thing here. Something that you've been holding on to that's now like really bothering you. Huh, okay. Didn't see that coming. Interesting. But it's like a deep-seated thing that's now coming up as all this other stuff in your life is starting to go well. And if this hasn't happened yet, I would say just, okay, so this has to do with a previous relationship. A previous relationship in which, let's be honest, you were pretty miserable. We've had this card before, Aquarian. We've talked about this. Yes, I just referred to as the multiple Aquarian, the hive mind. You know what I'm saying. So it's bringing up something from the past. Bringing up something that was miserable. That made you just not be you. This is a very focused energy. It's focused on learning and being the best and doing it best and just very intellectual. And there's nothing intellectual about the Five of Pentacles. It's just like it's a boring energy to stay in for an Aquarius. That's the way I'll put it. I'm not judging it for any other thing except that I think you guys are so bored by people who just will find a reason to be down. And you guys are so hyper aware. You're like, I know all the reasons why one should be down, and I choose to not be. And here you are looking, and you don't even know all the stuff I know, and here you are, you know, I wonder how you would behave if you knew all the stuff I knew. You'd never get up. And so somehow, you know, it is Venus retrograde. It's coming back around for you guys. This thing that happened before. And it's something that you want to talk about. You need to talk about. You need to say, ooh, could it be that you also had some sort of a similar experience? Oh, okay. Aquarius, if you want to share right now, share. Take a nod from your costume and be the brave person that sometimes has to be a dick. Say the things. Say it. You want to say it. You need to say it. So just say it. Get it out. Write about it, blog about it, write it down and burn it. It doesn't matter. Get it out. Say it. Get it out. Because this Three of Swords and this Gemini card, it just feels like leftover hurt. So even if this is related to something new, it's just triggered something that's happened before that was like way more painful. So you're just like really going through it. Like, why am I feeling this way? Why is it hitting me so hard? Because it's pulling on something else. Further back. Oh, I like this energy. I could do this all day. I should just do a bunch of readings like this. Because my mind is like just very, very fast. Like it's all making sense. It's making sense so quickly. This is how you guys are, huh? You just get it. But then what do you do once you get it? You just sit here and look at it. Because you got it right away. Okay, now I see why you guys get bored so easily too. Interesting. It's interesting that I had to put on a costume that I liked so much aesthetically, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's Aquarius. It's interesting that I would have to put on this costume that I liked so much to finally like let your energy in and be able to like feel it surging. It's very electric. Uranus is your planet. I get it. I get it. Oh, look at that. 7 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Thank God. Let's replace this, please. Enough of this. Enough of even remembering. Forget it. I feel like I'm just like when I catch it without thinking, it looks like a airline uniform. Ooh, that would be such a good costume for you guys for next year. Air sign. Like super like dope stewardess, like James Bond stewardess. Air, right? We could do like a whole like pilot, stewardess. And what would Libra be? Libra would probably be the stewardess. You guys could be the pilot. Gemini could be the crazy passenger strapped to the back. 2 of Cups with the 7 of Wands. You know what I like about that? It is about getting over this. Like you persevere over your experiences, but you have to talk about them first before you can persevere. I suggest you talk about it before the full moon or at the full moon. Do the thing where you use the full moon to write some stuff down and burn it, since we're all into the spells and the stuff right now. Leo across from you, giving you that moon in Leo for Halloween. These cards are coming out together for a reason. Get cute, Aquarius. Get cute, go out. The moon is shining on you. Get cute, go out. Get this kind of cute. That you're looking forward to this kind of meeting up. Regardless of where you're going. Get like date ready. Love it. And that's part of how manifestation works, right? I'll tell you a quick story before we look at these cards. I went into a lingerie shop. Yes, I'm going to connect with you. Yes. Yes, it takes me a while to get over stuff. Yes. Let's not harp on it. So I went into this lingerie shop, right? And I was looking at something. It's a French shop. And the woman's like, oh, you know, you should get that thing. And I said, no, I'll come back and get that when I have a boyfriend. And she said, oh, well, you don't understand how it works. First you buy the lingerie and then the boyfriend comes. And she said, read the Tao Te Ching. If I've told you that story before, I apologize. But this is the feels I'm getting. Prepare for the thing that you want. Because it's on its way, but you'll just hasten it by being vibrationally in line with it. It'll just even that much faster come to you. Whenever something comes to you, whenever you get something, right? It's because the pathway between it and you was unobstructed. You were vibrationally level enough with its vibe that it was able to like cross over into your life. So something can be vibing and waiting for you and you're just like not there. And it just will wait for you because it's yours and no one else can have it, but it's there. But as soon as you become a match for it, boom. This is why sometimes you'll like meet up with someone and it's super great and then you'll start to like them. And you'll start to do things to change yourself, or you'll start to like somehow want to, you know, get them to keep liking you, and it becomes like worrisome, and you start to behave a little differently, and all of a sudden it's not working, and you're like, oh, I knew it wasn't going to work. No, it's not working because you knew it wasn't going to work. You pushed yourself out of alignment. So what I'm saying is the difference between these two spots here and this one here are all about alignment. So there's versions of all of these waiting for you on different vibes. You get that, right? There's a version of this that's still there. If you want Venus retrograde to pull you back into that, no problem. It can do that for you. There's also a vibe waiting here. There's also a vibe waiting here if you want to stay stuck in the past. There's also a vibe waiting here. And if you can't do any of that and you're like, I don't see any of that, it's probably because you're here. Let's look at these, huh? I'll be right back. Hi, Aquarius. Take a look. With a little silence outside of the common room, no more crackling fire, no more ghosts, no more creaking doors, and yet the magic remains. How perfect that that would be the first card out. Just makes total sense. There is magic here. There is magic for you. And I have a very good feeling that you will be practical and Saturnian in nature, and you will use that magic for practical ends to bring yourself into a time of great fruition, but also a time where your heartbreak will be addressed because you'll be strong enough to address it. What do I mean by that? I mean that when things start going well in other aspects of your life, it becomes easier to deal with some things that may have been too soft or too wounded or too sensitive to approach. But as other things start to let up and get easier, it becomes easier to bear the burden of processing things which may have caused you a lot of pain, especially this Gemini and whatever they're saying. But whatever they're saying is causing you pain, but it's causing you pain on a level where you knew already what it was. It's like they're just bringing to light something that you already knew for some reason or felt brewing.
And now you feel really like you've won. You've won in the situation. You get to have what you want, but please be careful. Because Venus retrograde is not what you think. It can make things look like that when really they look like that. I'm serious. In a couple of weeks, this may not be what you're thinking it is. Don't get so caught up in the idea of being competitive and winning over somebody that you take on something that's like hell on earth. Don't destroy your own good karma by being petty, I think is what I'm trying to say. The full moon in Taurus, next to Uranus, across from Scorpio. Uranus is your planet. It is going to be quite a full moon. And then the moon in Leo for Halloween. It is going to be quite a Halloween. That last week of October. Heads up, Aquarius. Say what you need to say, but do not rush into anything with anyone, period. But most importantly, do not rush into anything with anyone or with a project or with a job. Don't rush into anything and commit to anything if you can help it for the next 3 weeks or so. If you can go longer than that, up into the end of November, even better. Probably, 6 weeks is into end of November, into early December, even better. Why? Just what I said. The moon is funny. It illuminates fully, and then sometimes it illuminates what it wants to. It illuminates what's going to help you most, I think. And it's going to draw certain things to you. So, yes, it will draw back an X that needs to be put in their place, but I don't know if you want to waste your magic on that right now. Why not just quickly take care of that? Don't dwell. I know that's really hard for you guys. Don't dwell and move forward into a much more me-centered, Leo is very me-centered, a much more me-centered existence with your moon there. And the extended, what we do is we go through the whole deck to the end, applying each card as we go to what's already out, like a story. And it's really popular, actually, and I get why. It's very satisfying to read it all the way through. So we'll do that in the extended, but let's take some cards just to see what's coming up. So it's the 8 of Cups, which makes sense. That's what we're trying to slowly head towards, right? It's just finally leaving this toxic codependency behind. Venus retrograde is not making it easy. Speaking of not making it easy, perhaps it's better than you think, though. Perhaps it feels this way, okay? But the reality is actually just good stuff that hasn't been revealed yet. To me, this is patience and lack of patience that causes great pain. So as much as I don't actually remember ever having to say to Aquarians, be patient, I think you could use some patience for the next 2 seasons, just because there is so much good that would come in, and patience would also keep you from being petty and spiteful towards people that you may have every right to be petty and spiteful towards, but just in the name of keeping your karma clear, we would like to avoid it. All right, Aquarius, I hope you liked that. I had a lot of fun making this video. Like, really, I really did. Actually, it's so funny to say, but that might be, to date, my favorite outfit, just because it was comfortable, it was so chic, it was so cute, and I really, took on the scholastic, hyper-intelligent energy of the Aquarian in a way that I never have before. So, exhilarating stuff. And as Uranus is now, just in Taurus and, just camped there, I can feel more of a connection with you guys, which is super cool. Super, super cool. So I hope you liked it. Aquarius, I love you guys. and I'll see you in the extended, which I'm going to do now, and I'll see you in November. Bye!